What's up, Pharma family? How y'all doing today? Today, we're back with another review from Chorus. This one is the Chorus SuperCourt. This is a standard shape paddle with a long handle, like really long. Easily get two hands on it. I have a code with this company. It's 10% off. It's Farmer. If you use that, you'll get 10% off at checkout. I will get a kickback from that. Yada, yada, yada. So this is a Gen 1 paddle. It is $100 essentially with my code. You're going to know exactly who this is for by the end of this review. It's going to be basically spelled out for you, like straight up. But yeah, let's get into this review, y'all. Hope you've been doing good. All right, when it comes to the pop of this paddle, out of all the recent paddles that have come out in terms of standard and wide body paddles, this is definitely the most plush, or one of the most plush. This bad boy is popless essentially. Like, there's not a crazy amount of pop. If you're going to be at the kitchen dinking, or if you're doing drop shots, you're not going to have to worry about the ball launching off the paddle face and causing you to pop the ball up. That's just not something that's going to happen with this paddle. Easy with resets. Everything soft is super easy with this, and I contribute that to the low amount of pop that this paddle has realistically. And when it comes to power, I don't think that it has the power that the R2 FX has, but I do think it is a little more powerful than like the Spartus Apollo and other paddles of similar nature. I'd put it probably middle of the road realistically in terms of power, but if you grab it down towards the bottom and full swing on it with lead tape to make it, the swing weight of the R2 FX, it's going to hit pretty hard, but still in standard form. It's not like a hybrid or an elongated. If you're wanting something with a lot of power, you're going to need to go to a hybrid or an elongated paddle realistically. In terms of control, easy control, very easily controllable. This is like the easiest part of this whole video. If anything's coming at you really fast, you can just block it or reset it right back over into the kitchen. No problems at all. Your dinks are going to be easy to control. Your drops, all that stuff is going to be good. This is one of the shining aspects of this paddle. When it came to the RPMs, it got 1,892 RPMs from an RPM test. Once again, I feel like this is a useless section. Anything over 1,850 is going to provide you enough RPMs, or even 1,800 realistically, is going to provide you enough RPMs that you're going to get what you want out of the paddle. Unless you're like full swinging the crap out of everything, and then you're going to need something that's got a legal grid essentially just to keep your, hard shots in because you're over swinging. But realistically, anything over 1,800 is going to be fine in terms of spin. Let's just get on to the next part. When it came to the swing weight of this paddle, it was 108, which, like most wide bodies of standard shapes, you're going to be able to whip it around through the air really quick. You're going to be, no balls are going to be getting by you because your hands are slow. Simple as that. Unlike elongated paddles, if I'm at the kitchen, something comes really fast, I have a hard time, swinging on it if it's not in the general area of where the paddle's at due to my body structure. But yeah, love standard and wide body shapes due to the low swing weight. And the overall regular weight of this was 7.8 ounces right out of the box. So there's room for customization in terms of swing weight and the overall static weight if that's what you care about. When it came to the twist weight, I got the twist weight of a 6.03 twist weight. Compared to other wide bodies and standard shape paddles, that's a lower number, and that's due to the longer handle and basically smaller paddle face compared to the other wide bodies and standard shapes that are on the market right now. So the twist weight is definitely lower than some of the other ones, but like I said, with the weight and the swing weight, there's room for lead tape, so you can get it up above that 6.5 threshold. But realistically, the twist weight number is lower than what I would want it to be. And in terms of the sweet spot is definitely down below the other Gen 2 wide bodies and standard shape paddles. This is a Gen 1 construction. There's no foamed edge or anything along the edges or anything like that. And that's contributing to a smaller sweet spot realistically. But you can add lead to try to get it up to a Gen 2, but the sweet spot's just not going to be there like it is on some of these other wide body and standard shape paddles. Value for your money. This is a $109 paddle before my code, and my code gets it below $100. I think like $99 realistically. But is it worth it? This is going to be for a very specific niche player. Do you like the way did you play tennis? Do you like the way tennis grips feel? This paddle feels very reminiscent of a, tennis grip. Do you like wide body paddles and use two hands and have really big hands and need extra handle, length? This could be for you. But realistically, I think other people are going to shift towards other wide bodies and standard shape paddles on the market. And it's not like this is overpriced at all. This is a really good value if this kind of paddle fits the kind of player you are. But out of all of Course's line, I still would pitch the Shapeshifter to literally 99% of the player population and think everyone would be A-okay. But yeah, I didn't have any problems with this paddle. I had a lot of fun with it. From time to time, though, I would still catch myself like reaching up and then putting my finger on the back of the paddle, and I'd have like this much room below my hand. And I'm like, okay, Lynn, you don't need your finger back there. You have enough space. But yeah, it took a little bit to get used to. Like 1 or 2 games, every time I brought it out to try it, I would have to get used to it and then start playing the way I would want to. But yeah, I hope y'all enjoyed this review. Until next time, stay safe, drink plenty of water, stay hydrated, make sure you're eating and stuff properly before games. That way you're not going out there and having low sugar or just completely collapsing from not having enough calories. But yeah, peace, y'all.